how gay men can navigate open relationships successfully. Hey guys, Michael Pizzulo here, psychotherapist in West Hollywood. So, open relationships are one of the most common topics these days in therapy, particularly for gay couples. So I want to give you 4 tips to consider if you are, thinking of embarking upon something like this. And the first caveat I just want to offer is that you absolutely do not have to open up your relationship, and you also don't have to like it if you do try opening up your relationship. I think a lot of gay men feel like they're missing out if they're not hooking up with a lot of people, or there's something wrong with them if they don't like being open. And I think that it is not a one-size-fits-all model, and you have to figure out what works for you and with the person that you're with. So with that being said, 4 things I would consider. So first would be to set rules, which might sound kind of obvious, but I think a lot of people feel like it's just kind of awkward to have these kind of conversations, so they just sort of skip it. So definitely you want to get into the details. So think about like, who are the people that you're going to be hooking up with? Are you going to do it together? Are you going to do it separately? Are there certain things that you are okay with your partner doing versus not okay with them doing? Safety, being on PrEP, using DoxyPep, condoms if you want to, things like that. Definitely set rules. Again, sometimes it can be kind of awkward, but it's better to be clear about what you want and don't want rather than just assuming the other person's going to know. The next step to make things complicated is renegotiate the rules periodically. So, when you do an open relationship, you're obviously going to have to test and see. You may set a rule that you think you're going to be perfectly fine with, like, oh, I have no problem if you hook up with our mutual friends, only to find out that your partner does that and you don't like it at all. So you want to give yourself permission ahead of time that all of the rules are subject to be renegotiated and that both of you have to agree on them, right? But if you agree to something in the beginning and then a year into it you change your mind, that's allowed. So I would definitely give one another permission that rules are meant to be not broken but renegotiated. You do want to stick to boundaries once you've agreed to them, but make it clear that everything is going to be up for debate and discussion as you guys evolve and your needs change, because that's going to be part of life as well, and what you agree to in the beginning may be something that you later don't. So I would just consider that. And then most importantly, expect this to be messy. So I think there's a huge misnomer that couples bypass problems just by communicating and talking and whatever. I think the truth is open relationships are messy. Yes, you're going to get to have the fun that comes with it, but you're going to have the fun with some problems. So I would just normalize that from the beginning. You are going to get jealous sometimes, or you're going to feel awkward, or one person might get an STD or something like that. This is par for the course. This is what you're signing up for. So these are the things that you do want to consider ahead of time. But I think it's good to expect it to happen rather than just assuming that you're going to sail through it effortlessly and then feeling disappointed when you feel insecure. If you come home early from work and you kind of can discern that maybe your partner is using that opportunity that they thought you weren't going to be there to hook up with someone else, you might feel some type of way about that. And that's okay. Just because you communicated about this ahead of time doesn't mean that you're a robot and you're not supposed to be affected by these sorts of things. So, and again, this goes for the most confident, clear, direct gay man is gonna have some insecurity triggered in these kinds of things, or at least some sort of awkwardness or discomfort is gonna come up. So I would just normalize that and expect it to be part of the process, and it's okay, and it's something that you should discuss, but don't set yourself up for failure or to feel like a failure if you catch yourself struggling with this arrangement, because it's not all going to be just endless fun. There might be some hookups that are terrible, or you might accidentally cause a lot of strife or discord in your relationship for a while. So just know that going into it, that there's going to be some mess that's part of it, and don't be surprised. And then most importantly is you want to protect your primary relationship, right? So the goal, unless you're planning on doing some sort of like more polyamorous thing where you have multiple romantic and sexual partners at the same time. But assuming that you just want to preserve, your clear romantic relationship and you're looking for just physical fun outside of it, then you want to make sure that you are protecting your primary relationship as you do this, and that you don't get, distracted or lost in the shuffle of all of it, and that you really take time to prioritize the person that you're with, who, shows up for you, takes care of you, and is in your life more than just in terms of a fun physical thing that really could be any good-looking guy, right? So definitely make sure that you prioritize your relationship that's primary to you as you're negotiating these other dynamics. So I hope that was useful. Please let me know your thoughts. I think this is a very interesting topic, especially in mental health too, because I think that, we're very conditioned to be very sex positive and to support any kind of new age modern thing, and applaud it and go along with it. So I think most therapists that you meet these days will probably give you a quick thumbs up if you want to do an open relationship, especially if they're in a more liberal area. But I do think it's important to normalize that, nothing in life is free, right? So yes, you may have some fun, but you're gonna pay a price for it, whether that's just in some, again, awkwardness or discomfort, jealousy, insecurity. There's gonna be some give and take that you want to consider, and that's okay, and that's part of it. And you don't have to just pretend that you are unaffected and you watched a lot of Oprah and you don't care about, your feelings never get hurt. That doesn't have to be real. So anyway, that's all I got. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you like content like this and if you want to hear more. And if you want to contact me directly to talk about working together, if you have any just questions about mental health, you can contact me as well. I'll put the link in the description, and I appreciate you guys watching this. Thanks.